Hey, pussy, are you still there?
I actually admire that you can actually be this fake. And like when the TV comes on, how you can just change. You're the scum of the earth.
You don't doubt me, I couldn't do it. The odds that I couldn't do it. Look at me now. Lebanon, Carver, that's it.
Yo.
What it do, boys?
What is good, fellas? This is Over the Octagon podcast. We are your hosts, Nick Nasty, Evan, and Joel. Welcome in, boys. We about to hit that recap of UFC 89. Vegas 89, should I be specific? Talk a little bit about the NCAA Wrestling Championships that happened this week. And I'm just going to let everyone know, if you were watching March Madness and not watching Matt Madness, you're a loser, baby.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Boys, welcome in. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. I know next week, if you are listening now, maybe a kind of a different upload day week because it is Easter next Sunday. So be prepared for the episode, maybe not dropping on Monday like normal, but we who knows, we may be able to figure something out and get that recap going on Monday. So
yeah, make sure you're following all the social medias and stuff. We'll try to put out an update on kind of what we're thinking surrounding Easter Sunday.
Yep. So stay tuned. We'll probably say something on Twitter and things like that too. But yeah, let's get right into for one, want to get right into last night. Nick, I know you weren't there with us last night, but me and Evan did our first live fight companion for UFC Vegas 89. And it was a success, man. I mean, I can't say that I was not disappointed with spending 6 hours in front of a computer live streaming. It was definitely worth the time.
It was It was a long one, but it was definitely worth it. Super successful. A lot of people stopped in. A lot of people in the chat.
A lot of people me and Nick know from back in the day. Random came in last night. Josh Hobbs came in last night.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so there's a couple of
guys.
Couple of people we knew from back in the day kind of slid through. And then congratulations to us, boys. We've reached our first milestone on YouTube. We surpassed 500 followers. And we are now currently sitting at 660 followers. So we've gained another 160 overnight since the live stream. So I don't know what may have happened last night, but apparently me and Murky looked fine as fuck on camera because people were hitting that like and subscribe, baby.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, we were live on YouTube last night. We were live on Facebook last night. We were live on Twitter. We were live on Twitch.
Yep.
So we had 4 different platforms. We were doing the fight companion. We had people viewing and popping in the chat on all of them. So it was fantastic.
I really like how Twitter has their stuff set up. If I'm not, I don't know why people don't utilize that more often. Because we had 20 to 30 viewers on Twitter the whole night, essentially.
Yeah.
But what it does is it puts if people are following you on Twitter, it puts you at like the top. So when they log on, they can see who's live and everything like that. And not a lot of people do it. So you're bound to be like at the top, you know? So I thought that's pretty cool. Now we got like Fervola following us. So imagine he just like gets on Twitter one day and sees our name and, oh, let's check it out. Boom, clicks in. And now we're live streaming. Like, shit, like that's pretty dope. Yeah. And our Twitter has, 1,700 followers. So it's a lot of people to reach,
Absolutely.
Definitely a success. We're now on to our next milestone of hitting 3,000 watch hours. And once we hit that, boys, we are official partners of YouTube. So if you are listening, it's always best to put your phone aside if you get bored and you don't like listening, just put your phone aside so we can get them watch hours. That just helps us out, helps us get to where we need to be. So, but obviously we want you to listen. Yeah. Let's kind of jump right into it. I want to talk a little bit about wrestling first. Just kind of me and you watched it this weekend, Nick. I'm sure you watched a little bit of it this weekend as well. But during the month of March, man, there's nothing better to me than the NCAA Wrestling Championship. I'm cool with basketball. March Madness is fucking hype, but Duke is not Duke anymore. So I kind of have stepped away from basketball.
Yeah. UConn's looking good.
Wrestling, man, the last 3 nights of wrestling have been so much fun to watch.
Intense.
Fucking vibe out. Like the semifinals were so electric. Jordan Borroughs and Daniel Cormier doing the commentary was incredible. Like it was well put together and probably one of my favorites I've watched thus far.
It was intense. I mean, even for me, like somebody that doesn't know a whole lot about collegiate wrestling, I haven't watched a lot of it. I mean, we watched it together Friday night, and I got hooked. It's so intense. It's so intense. And then college sports in general, right? I mean, it's just such an awesome thing. They care so much. They want to win. They want to represent their school, win national championships for their school, for themselves. There's a lot of emotion. I mean, it was an absolute awesome thing to watch all weekend. So glad I was
shout out to Penn State. I mean, is there ever are they the best sport dynasty? Maybe
they're the Lakers, bro. They're the Lakers.
There is like one of the best sport dynasties in college. Like it's crazy to think how many back-to-back team titles they've won, and just like last night they broke the record for all-time team total points.
It's insane, man.
At the it beat, I think it was Iowa State was number 1 at the time, and they beat out Iowa State to take that.
First team ever with two four-time national champions. Two four-time national champions.
Yes,
which is
Aaron
insane.
Brooks and Kirk Vliet.
Yeah.
It's finally getting a lot of attention, you know. A lot of people are watching it now. I mean, dude, the fact you have those two stepping up for the commentary, dude, they're putting time into it now. Because I'm not going to lie, dude, it's fucking 2 days, 3 days of fucking just all intensity. It's not going to last all month like March Madness. No, dude, it's 3 days of fucking gorilla time, dog.
Yep.
It is dirty, dude. God, there was so much upsets too, man.
It was, man.
It was hype, dude.
Like even in the early stages of the brackets, like there were like if you look down here, like I'll just read off the 125 down. So 125 is the number 3 versus the number 8. So not even number 1 or number 2, number 3, number 8. 133 was number 1 versus number 6. 141, 1 versus 2. Which, okay, cool. We got our first one versus 2.
And number 6 won that in the one. What was it? 133.
Number 6. Yeah, it's Vito from Cornell.
Yeah, from Cornell.
Dude.
Man, that kid is
a class, dude.
He's so good, bro.
He's insane.
That kid is a problem.
Dude. I did not expect him to do that, but he looked good in the semis too. And I was like, all right, this guy could crank.
Yeah, that's not his first national championship, correct?
No,
I mean, he's won this before, so that's his second. Yeah, he's a problem, dude. Dude's a beast.
And then we had 4 versus 6, where Caleb Henson was dirty, bro. That was a hell of a wrestler. And then 1 versus 2, 2 versus 4, 6 versus 9.
Was that David Carr? Was it
David? No, David Carr is an animal, bro.
Hey, listen, I'm a David Carr guy now,
bro.
Hey, so my biggest gathering from the whole entire tournament was like, I'm David Carr. I love that dude, man. Get on the fucking podcast.
Was he the one that gave the
should reach out?
Yeah, we should definitely reach out, man. I was hyping, bro.
Was he the one that gave the post-fight speech where he was like, he said something murky. What did he say? He was like, whether
the Friday night after he won the semifinals Friday night, they asked him like, because he's what, the 6 seed or the 9?
4 seed.
He was 4.
He was 4. Okay, so they asked him about his seeding. Is that what you're talking about, Joel?
Yeah. He was like, but one seed,
he said,
4 seed, 9 seed.
Yeah, he said, 9 seed, 4 seed, 7 seed, 2 seed, no seed, doesn't matter.
I'm the champ of this division.
I'm the champ.
Damn, boy, let's go, man.
It was
I became an instant fan in the semis, dude.
It had to have been him, I'm pretty sure. But and then 6 versus 9. Then 1 versus 3, 1 versus 2, 1 versus 10.
You're right.
1 versus 10. Who was that? Was that 184? What was that?
That was 285.
That was heavyweights.
Heavyweights. Damn, boy.
Yeah. It's crazy that the heavyweights, like a 285-pound heavyweight in college wrestling, they're all so agile and quick, and they're
crazy.
So fucking good.
They're so big. Crazy.
Yeah, that was Penn
Kirk
State
Vliet he's too good. I think but we also saw too the guy 1 versus 10. Both of those guys are on the USA team, so they'll end up wrestling again on the college or the collegiate or not collegiate.
National
the Olympic level. Yeah,
Olympic level. Nice.
That's
so
awesome.
I think we had a couple of. I mean, dude, there was a bunch of All-Americans, a bunch of guys in the Olympics now that are wrestling. Like wrestling's so different than it used to be.
Man, dude, they're adding in a lot of different moves too, man. I've never thought that I would see wrestling like get more advanced and stuff like that. They're doing Kimura based takedowns now. Are you seeing? That's insane to me, bro.
3-point takedowns too.
That's fucking wild.
Was it 3-point takedown, 5-point near fall, and 1-point escape, and then 2 reversal? Right. I think that's what it is. That's
something like
crazy, bro. You literally see a guy being down 4-0 to being up 10-4 in a matter of like 7 seconds.
Yeah, you get a pin, or you get a takedown and a near fall. That's 5 points. And then there was a couple of those matches too where they were like 7-point swings because they would get like 2 near falls.
Oh yeah, I would tech with near falls, man. I would just ride legs and just sit there, crank it back, near fall, crank it back on repeat like a spin cycle. That shit is sick. It was oh my god. It sucks that we have to wait like a year. But I mean, Olympic wrestling, it's always active.
I will likely be going next year to this. Like I really, really want to go. It's on my bucket list.
It looked like
it's in Kansas City next year.
It looked like an incredible thing to spectate as well. Like the crowd was awesome.
No. It's in Philly. Dude. It's in Philadelphia next year.
What? It's in Philly next year?
Yeah.
Okay, what?
I'm in.
Yep,
yeah,
I'm in. I'm 100% in, dude. What the fuck? We were talking about this last week. Now we have a reason.
That's close to Penn State too. Close to Happy Valley, so there'll be a lot of Penn State fans there.
Oh man, that place is gonna be on fucking.
Hey, I'll get a Penn State windbreaker, dude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I'm about to. I'm gonna stand out, dude. I'm gonna be out there. Like,
That's fire.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, so I mean, the NCAA championship, great event. Can't beat it. Fuck March Madness. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the fight night. I know we started with wrestling, but let's talk a little bit about the fight night. We had Amanda Ribas versus Rose Namajunas, UFC Vegas 98.
89.
Anybody want to 89? I'm sorry. Who wants to touch on the prelims? Go ahead. I talked wrestling, so I'll let y'all start.
Prelims. Let's start at the top of the card. Fuck the prelims. Let's start top. Let's start at the meat and potatoes.
Yes, sir. Mercules.
Yeah, let's get it.
Hercules,
so your main event, you had the 2-time Thug Rose Namajunas getting a decision win over the 8th ranked Amanda Ribas.
Bro, if you ever announce her name like that after the performances that we saw last night,
I thought it was perfect.
The 2-time.
Now she's a 2-time embarrassment. So
listen, man, I think she looked clean last night, but her coaching is terrible. Her coaching pisses me off more than anything in the world. They love these kind of fights where she just points her way to a really close decision win.
Yep.
I can't stand it. I think that fight could have gone either way, but I think in the later rounds, it was a 5-round fight. Obviously, Rose has been in plenty of 5-round main events, right? Like she's not new to that.
Yeah, and I nightmares of mine.
I think for sure. I think in those later rounds, she really started to kind of pull away and separate herself.
I mean, I think she won the first 2, lost 3 and 4, and then the 5th round was like the deciding round.
Yeah. It could go either way, but I mean, Amanda Ribas is ranked 8th, is the 8th ranked women's flyweight fighter in that division. I mean, it goes to show, like, what can Rose do at flyweight, right? Like
she ain't gonna beat anybody in the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, right? It doesn't look great. She's 31, so she's definitely still got some life.
Give her Macy Barber. Let's see if she can. Let's go Bulldog versus Bulldog.
Yeah, she called out Macy Barber.
She called out Macy Barber. Ooh,
called out Macy Barber after a win.
That's a fight.
She said, when Macy Barber was young, she used to call out her name, right? And so now she moved up a division. It's her turn. She said Macy Barber's changed a lot as a fighter. I mean, I think I like it. I think it's not a bad fight for Macy Barber either, like just ranking wise. Like I know obviously Rose is going to be behind her in the rankings. But Rose has a big name. You know, people know her. That fight would sell for sure.
It'll be kind of hot to watch.
And a win over the old 2-time Rose Namajunas.
I will say this much:
Barber.
In my ban list of UFC things, like obviously you have Khabib at the top. This is part of my ban book. And then now I'm the best is in my ban book for in the history of watching.
Yeah,
sports.
I feel like we probably.
If I hear her say I'm the best one
Right.
more fucking time,
yeah,
I can't do it, bro. I can't.
When
That
she
shit
did it
was
against,
so annoying, bro.
When she did it against Wei Lee, that was iconic, right? Can we all agree that like that moment, that was like an all-time great UFC moment? She says that she's the huge underdog. She goes out, wins by a fucking head kick knockout in the first round, right?
Yeah, didn't she win twice? She beat her twice too.
She did.
God, that's hard.
But now we're years removed from that. And like the I'm the best last night, she kept saying it was like
It was televised, bro.
It was like only when she realized the camera was on her. You know what I mean? So it's almost like
so annoying.
Yeah, it's almost like she was trying to recreate it. And it's like, you know,
You
come
can't
on, you're
do that
fighting
in
the
the
eighth.
Apex. Yeah.
Nah, and you're fighting the 8th ranked Amanda Ribas, right? Like we're not in a world title fight. You know, I don't. Yeah, it's starting to be a little corny. Yeah, you just lost to Man and Fjord. I mean, it's starting to be a little corny. Yeah, we'll see.
That and the walkout and everything like that. That was just,
the walkout was really weird. I mean, it was probably
cringe.
weirder because it was in the Apex and it's so quiet. There's no crowd. Like the music,
God.
I don't even know what the music was, dude. Sarah Bareilles or something like that.
ABBA.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It could have been. Damn, but yeah, that fight.
But it was a pretty underwhelming main event, but it was a close fight. It was a good fight. Rose got the dub. You know, we'll see where she goes from here. I think I'm interested. I'd love to see her against Macy Barber.
That'd be a great fight, man.
And then your heavyweight co-main event. So they learned their lesson. They didn't make the heavyweights the main event. They learned their lesson after the last couple fight nights. And we had Carl Williams win a decision over Justin Tafa.
So underwhelming, man, for Tafa.
He's just a if I hit you, you're out. If I can't hit you, I
lose.
Yeah, man. Their family's going through it right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, fun fact, Nick. You'll like this fun fact. Carl Williams is a former 2-time NFC champ.
I know. What?
Yeah, so he fought in our local organization.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah, I found that out today.
He's a little older too, right? I mean, he's relatively late in his career.
Champ.
Okay, he got into MMA late.
Look at his profile and look at his fights, and his pro fights are under NFC.
Damn,
that's awesome.
10-1.
He got into MMA late. I remember them talking about that last night during the card. He's got good wrestling, but maybe. I mean, Tafa has no wrestling, so it's kind of like when you watch somebody out wrestle Justin Tafa, it's like, I don't know, is his wrestling good or is he just fighting Justin Tafa?
And now he fights out of American Top Team Atlanta.
Oh, really, dude? That's
close to you, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's where I was going to go instead of X3, but X3. Damn, that's awesome.
So he fights out of American Top Team Atlanta. That's pretty dope.
Dude, hey, I might have to stop by and introduce myself. That'd be pretty sick.
Hey, that would be the gym to go to start getting names, bro. Everybody goes to like an American Top Team.
Sick.
Get in there.
Go there and try to teach Carl Williams how to wrestle. See if you can out wrestle him.
Right.
See how good that wrestler is.
That dude would sit on me.
But yeah, I mean, I know. Joel got kind of frustrated last night. We were watching. He's like Carl Williams gets another takedown. He's like, man, what the fuck, you know? And like, what a bitch. And I was like, dude, motherfucker, what would you do, dude? Like, you watch Justin Tafa throwing them right hands. Nah,
dude, it's like he's like, boom.
It's like Goku. He's hitting you like.
Yeah.
Every shot is a KO shot from him, man.
Yeah, you're going to the shadow realm, dude.
Yeah,
you're going to the shadow realm for sure.
And he's quick and agile as shit too for a fat guy, man.
For a big boy, he is.
Yeah, he is, man. Barrel row shotty.
I mean, on your main card, we had a KO, Edmund Shabazian.
Yep. Got that one on verdict, baby.
Dude, he rocked
over
him,
AJ Dobson, and it was a round 1 KO, and it was a comeback too, man. He was
it was a big comeback.
Dobson was piecing him up, and then that's the thing with these 185ers, dude. They all have power.
Yep.
They all have power at that weight, at that weight class, and it's super competitive. And he was getting pieced up, but all it takes is one good shot in this game, man, to turn the fight, and that's what happened.
Put the back pedals on. That man was just like,
Yep.
Dude, we got a prospect alert, man.
Yeah, this guy. I mean,
dude,
he should have been the main event. To be dead ass.
I'm fucking with him, man. I'm a fan after last night.
Dude, there's no doubt about it. That guy's gonna be special,
and
bro.
he's gonna be good, dude. Like I thought he was gonna knock him out in the first round. When you guys saw that knee was
insane. But the knee hit him. The first knee hit his shoulder when he dropped. That hit him on the shoulder, so it wasn't clean across the jaw. But he hit him again with another knee later on. It was clean right on the jaw.
And then, I mean, dude, he has got power and he's accurate, man. So I love
so
watching
fast.
Fight. And the dude he was fighting, dude, not gonna lie, that's the new generation. He was actually
Cameron
good
Simon.
too, man. Yeah, Cameron Simon's not bad, dude. He looked good.
Cameron Simon is a South African. He trains in the Dricky's Duplessis gym in South Africa. And if you remember when DDP was kind of making his rise, they had Cameron Simon and DDP on the same card, together. Yeah, it was kind of like a Paddy Pimblett, Meatball Molly situation, right?
Joel's favorite.
They just fought together. And then the first fight without DDP, Cameron Simon, I think he lost to Christian Gonzalez. And
Makes
then
sense.
I think which was his last fight. And then now you give him Peyton Talbot, who I believe was making his UFC debut. He fought on the Contender Series.
Christian Rodriguez.
Sorry, yeah. Gonzalez, Rodriguez. I mean, I can't. Come on. Give me a break here.
He's fought someone else in his, I don't know if it was on the Contender Series.
Oh, no, you're right. We looked this up last night. It wasn't his debut, was it, Dirty?
No.
Peyton Talbot had a fight.
He's on back-to-back.
So this was his second fight in the UFC since his Contender Series win. But yeah, I mean, dude, it was just an absolute dominant master.
That guy's gonna be the real fucking deal.
I mean, don't you see?
If he's already good, if he gets any better at his age, bro,
him and O'Malley,
he's 25 years old, bro.
Yeah, he's like the new 25. O'Malley.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. I was seeing kind of like the new O'Malley.
Wow.
But
that'd be a good fight.
That was as perfect of a victory.
Yeah.
I mean, as anybody could have gotten. You know what I mean? He's 8-0, so he's undefeated. Yeah, I mean, early round two. I don't think Cameron Simon ever really recovered from round one.
No.
Because they came back out for round two, 20 seconds in. He gets the stoppage. I mean, it just, awesome. Awesome. We have big things ahead for Peyton Talbot, man.
Yusuf, Billy Q.
Yep.
A lot of fan favorite Billy Q. But Yusuf just had the better of him, man.
He did. There
was nothing that Billy Q could bring that was going to stop him last night from winning.
Yeah, it was a great win by Yusuf Zalal, the Moroccan fighter. Submitted Billy Q. It's the first time Billy Tilo has been submitted his entire career.
We should just stick to the last names being the first
Billy
letter.
Q. Yeah, we're just
Billy Q.
letter.
Damn it, Yusuf Z.
It's easier that way.
Zalal. I know that's Zalal.
Zalal.
Billy Q. Never been submitted in his career until last night. So I mean, that's
remember he didn't. He said the guy said it on the mic last night too, and he was like, "Did you know that you just submitted?"
He said, "Really?"
He's like, "What?
Really?
For real?
Really? Wow, that's great. That's awesome." Yeah, but that's a feather in his cap, right? Like that's a good thing to be on the resume.
Cool. That's
never been done before.
That's like what's his name being the first one to knock out Drew Dober, like Matt Frivola knocking out Drew Dober.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Steamroller.
Hey.
And then your first fight last night to start off the main card, you had the Mexican fighter Fernando Padilla against the Peruvian prospect Luis Puello, who I believe he was making his UFC debut.
Yes.
Luis was, and he
as a favorite.
There was a lot of hype around him, man. He's a killer. He looked like an absolute killer coming out of Dana White's Contender Series. Fernando Padilla for 100, he's what, 6'1", 145 pounds. He looked
Unfair.
like a fence post.
Yep.
I mean, dude, I mean, he's so fast. His striking was good, and he was able to get the submission victory in round 1. And he shut down the hype.
So did.
He was
Shut
good
down
in
the
every
height.
He
aspect,
was
Yeah.
taller
man.
too, man. He had the height advantage as well. Like
He's
he was,
6'1" at featherweight.
yeah.
That's crazy, man. He's going to be taller than anybody he's going to fight in that division.
Ever.
Yeah, I mean, 145 pounds is just insane, man. So
Yeah.
Sure is.
and that started off your main card last night. So like, really, we started off the main card with 4 finishes.
Yep.
2 in the first round, 2 in the second round.
Didn't even feel that way because between every fight there was 30 minutes of commercials that felt like you were watching a pay-per-view.
Yeah, well, so let's touch on that for a second. So we got the
Sure.
main card. Once it switched over to the main card, for this one, it wasn't just on ESPN Plus. The UFC last night was on ESPN. It was on cable, right? So it was after the NCAA Wrestling Championships. It went over to ESPN. I have a feeling that had to have something to do with it because we've never seen that even on any fight night. I've never seen that much of a break. It felt like there was a like mandatory chunk of time that they had to take up on the broadcast, on the programming.
Yeah,
So
to be able to do it on ESPN or something.
with these first round finishes and all this different stuff, it just felt like commercial break after commercial break after.
Yep.
I mean, it was exhausting.
Did you feel that nasty last night? Did you notice
Hell,
that?
Yeah, dude. Definitely. I was getting impatient, man. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Like, why is this taking so long?
Yeah, well, and especially it was a
Sketch.
6-fight main card instead of a 5-fight main card.
Sure.
So that plays a little bit of a factor in that as well. But still, that was absolutely brutal. I'm good on 6-fight main cards for fight nights at the Apex. Like, that's another thing. No more heavyweight main events, fight
Please.
nights at the
No more
Apex.
6-fight.
No more 6-fight main cards. I mean, next week, but is at Atlantic City, thank God. But no more women's main events. We can make that a thing. That'd be fantastic. But yeah, it was just exhausting,
true.
bro. It was just absolutely exhausting.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
it's all
Yeah,
good.
they-
So we got the prelims. Your featured prelim of the night, Kurt Hollaball and Trey Ogden.
I want to ask you a
Hollaball-
question
Go
about
ahead,
this
about
once
this?
you're done. Yeah,
So
once you're
Kurt
done.
Hollaball was the most recent Ultimate Fighter winner at 155 pounds. He fought on Team Michael Chandler, and he beat I forget the guy's name that he beat in August of last year in Boston to win the Ultimate Fighter. This is his first fight back since winning the Ultimate Fighter. Just no ground game, man. Just got dominated and out wrestled by Trey Ogden and couldn't do nothing about it. Trey Ogden wins a unanimous decision. What's your question?
Do we feel like this may be the worst prospect Ultimate Fighter season ever?
Oh God. Shit. I mean, it might
Because
be the
I don't
most
know
fun
of
to
anyone
not
that
watch,
was
you
in the
know?
finals that has won their fight after that.
Right.
Tona
So
lost to he just recently lost to Armfield, and he
Yep.
lost his first fight in the UFC. Cody Gibson lost. Hollaball lost. The guy Hollaball fought in the finals lost. Austin. That's his name,
Hubbard.
Austin
Hubbard. Yep.
has lost. So like every single person that was in the finals has not won since they've gotten back into the UFC.
And they actually brought the
That's fucked.
they've brought in a few of those guys back too to fill in some of these prelims in fight night.
Speaking of, who we may have on the podcast, Landon.
Yeah, Landon Quinones responded to a DM, so hopefully we can get that set up here shortly. He was the only fighter on Team McGregor in the most recent Ultimate Fighter to win a fight.
Yeah,
that won a fight until Brad Katona switched teams. Remember, Brad Katona switched teams, went back to Team McGregor, which whatever.
So maybe Landon was the best one on the Ultimate Fighter because
he was the only prospect.
He was the only prospect to win.
Yeah, a lot of these other guys, like I don't know. I liked the concept of that, but once you watch the fights play out, all the vets were winning. But then you think man, these vets, dude, I mean, you can't tell me that Kurt Holloway is going to have any kind of success and career in the UFC.
Fuck
I mean,
no.
It's just
these guys are 21-8.
Right.
Damn, they've been fighting forever too.
Yeah, I don't know how he doesn't have any wrestling at this point in his career. I mean, he's goddamn fucking 49 years old and he ain't learned how to wrestle yet. I mean, he ain't going to get it now.
Fuck no, he learned how to piss off his barber too.
But so that was your featured prelim of the evening. Trey Ogden wins the unanimous decision over former Ultimate Fighter winner Kurt Holloway. And then let's see. I mean, I don't really want to go down on how you guys feel. I don't really want to go down the rabbit hole.
The DQ.
Yeah. So let's just do it like this. Cody Gibson, Ultimate Fighter. Finalist didn't win. He also lost to Miles Johns. He lost the decision. He got pieced up the whole time. I mean, and then, I really had a couple decisions, close decisions. And then your second fight of the night, which really is the thing I think everybody was talking about last night and has been talking about all day. Andre Lima wins over Igor Da Silva by disqualification.
Da Silva,
yeah.
Brother, his name is Igor Severino.
No, it's not.
I'm looking at ESPN right now.
I'm looking at the UFC website. It's Igor Da Silva.
Well, on ESPN, it says Igor Severino.
Yeah.
No, last night it was.
I mean.
Yeah, I'm on the UFC fucking website.
Nasty, what does it say for you?
Severino.
That's what I thought.
So who even is this guy?
Dude, he changed his name. He doesn't want nobody to look for his fucking...
it says Severino on my end. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm telling you, I'm looking at it right now. So let me see.
I'm looking at it on the UFC website. It says Severino. Where the hell are you getting?
Yeah, on fucking Google, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, Igor Severino. I don't know. I'm telling you
Murky's been fucking up lately with spelling and fucking people's names. Dude hits up Ilya and was like, "What's up, Rob?"
That was awesome. When I read
Severino.
That I was like, holy
all right,
shit.
So Igor Severino bit Andre Lima in the fucking arm.
That's crazy, man.
Dude, you look at him, man. He looks like a biter. I'm just watching this whole
He
entire
looks
shit,
like a
dude.
biter. That's the craziest.
I just see him. I'm like,
kid in school that would just bite you.
Yeah, and the thing is, that wasn't a little nibble either, bro.
No,
that was
hell no.
He like, damn it, the dude's a nut.
That's I saw
bite
a
of the
tweet.
night.
I gotta find that tweet, bro, and it was from him when he won the Ultimate Fighter. Or not when he won the Ultimate Fighter. I'm sorry, when he was on, I guess, the Ultimate Fighter.
No, he's Dana White Contender Series.
Dana White Contender Series.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So let's just preface this while you're looking for that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Really close fight, first round, back and forth. Man, we just did a Muay Thai video. There was some really sick fucking step in elbows that they were throwing.
Bro.
They traded them at one point too. I mean, it was a close fight. There was an argument to be made that Igor was winning the fight. I don't and then he fucking just bit it. He just bit the shit out of him too.
Yeah, I don't understand the biting, man.
Like, I don't know why. I don't know why he did that. I don't. And so let's talk repercussions, right? So he won Dana White's Contender Series. This was his UFC debut. He was an undefeated fighter. A ton of hype around him. Obviously, watching that fight, they were both undefeated. Watching that flyweight fight last night, it looked to be both of them have super promising careers, right? We're sitting here watching that fight last night going, man, these guys are both fucking good. They're both going to be a problem in this division. Just good everywhere. And then second round comes along. He has Lima against the fence. And then Lima kind of gets him down around his waist and then is to the ref, like pointing to the ref. The ref calls time. They review it. You can't really see a clean bite on the replay, but you can see his face. He kind of digs his face into the underside of his arm. And then the camera, pans to Lima, and Lima lifts his arm up, and there's just this insane bite mark. It's on the thumbnail of our video. If you've clicked on it and you saw that, it was clear as day. Paul Felder and Larasenko were kind of talking like there's, sometimes that stuff happens when you're grappling. If you're going for a choke and your arm gets caught in between their mouth guard and bottom row of their teeth. But obviously this was not that situation. I mean, he bit the fuck out of him. Immediately after the fight, he was cut from the UFC. So you'll never see Igor Severino fight in the UFC again.
Likely not ever, yeah.
And then, they also mentioned that he's probably going to have some issues with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. I mean, dude, it's kind of crazy. I want to say it's sad to say, but it's not, because, it's fucking despicable. Like, who fucking bites somebody like that? But he just ruined his life.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fucked.
He legitimately had a really bright career in MMA and could have made a lot of money fighting in the UFC, and that's gone.
His first loss too, right?
It was. They were both undefeated going in. I like the disqualification.
I like the kicking his ass out too. That just shows Dana don't give a damn. Whatever, man.
Nah, you can't do that kind of stuff, man.
Hold your business.
You don't get second chances after doing stuff like that. It's despicable. Yep. You can't grow this sport to the majority of people and widen the fan base of a sport like this when you have fighters that do things like biting, right? Yep. Because somebody that's not a diehard MMA fan is going to go, biting, like, I'm not watching that shit, like it's human cockfighting, right? Yep. It goes back to the olden days when we were trying to sell this to people and it seemed barbaric, right? And now it's gotten so much more mainstream and so many more millions of people are getting on board with the UFC. Something like that happens, it can really set it back.
I want to say I saw it. I saw like some sort of thing I was reading, and I don't know if this is true or not, but if it is, it's kind of fucking awesome. That apparently, like UFC 1, like very first UFC ever, like there was no rules.
Yeah.
The only rule was no biting. Like that was like UFC the only rule.
I thought there was no eye gouging too.
The Gracies like manipulated the rules in the beginning there.
Yeah, that was who it was. The Gracie said no biting.
No biting, no kicks to a down opponent, so they could grab.
No, I thought that was loud because you could kick to a down opponent in the first UFC.
Yeah, you definitely could. I thought there was no eye gouging.
They made it to where you can't. The Gracies changed it. I like UFC 7 or 8.
Okay, so they could pull guard and grapple more.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
a lot of shit.
It's just wild, man. Dude literally just ruined his fucking life. And then real quick, I mean, Andre Lima, shout out to him, immediately afterwards goes to a fucking tattoo shop in Vegas, gets the bite mark tattooed, and then around it gets lettering that says "Bite of the Night bonus." Dana saw that, posted that picture on his Instagram story and said, I was already going to give the guy 25,000. This is fucking awesome. Now I'm giving him 50.
What?
Yep. So
go.
Andre Lima remains undefeated, wins
Welcome.
last night by disqualification, and gets a $50,000 bonus. So shout out to Andre Lima.
Let's go, Andre Lima. I did not.
Guy just made 75,000 last night. Probably.
Good for him, man. I mean, you know, he got fucking bit in the arm, so he deserves it.
Talk about
he absolutely deserves it.
Awesome, dude.
But yeah, and then you know, I think we can touch on the first fight of the night because it was great, dude. Mick Parkin wins the decision over Muhammad Usman. Muhammad Usman obviously is the Nigerian Nightmare Kamaru Usman's brother. Pretty good, big heavyweight, a lot of power. But Mick Parkin, heavyweight, trains with Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
Mick Parkin is good, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He's very good. So whatever they're doing over there in England, we need to see more of it because these heavyweights that they have coming out of there are talented, bro. Talented.
They can move, man. They can move.
They can move.
Do things other than stand and bang.
They can move. They can kick. They can grapple. They can defend wrestling. I mean, Mick Parkin looked absolutely just worlds better than Muhammad Usman last night. You know, obviously Muhammad Usman isn't a top tier UFC heavyweight, but you know, Mick Parkin showed that he's levels above that and fighting as the first fight on a prelim of a UFC Apex event. Go. All right, so we had Muhammad Usman, Mick Parkin looking great. That's pretty much all we got for UFC Vegas 89. Great fight night, great card, great event at the Apex. As always, you know, Over the Octagon is a fan. More fight nights, more fights. Give the opportunity. Dude, if we had less fights and less fights at the Apex like people are crying for, Igor never bites Andre Lima and we don't get the best meme of the year potentially.
Yeah, and we also don't get Peyton Talbot, who could potentially beat Sean O'Malley.
Dude,
yeah, we'll see.
That's passing the fucking lightsaber, man. They look like it. Be sick.
So, but yeah, boys, yeah, great episode. Anybody got anything else to add?
That's it. Just don't forget to subscribe to the channel. On our way to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like the video, share it with your mom, your grandmom, your ex-wife, your girlfriend from the 3rd grade. Send it to all of them.
It's okay, Amanda. If you need a secret of what happens to women in the UFC when they lose, just hit it Over the Octagon up. We'll give you the details.
Oh my God. Peace, boys.
Peace. See you later, brother.